The first thing I want you to do, last week we talked about, choosing a goal. So this week it's all about making a decision to be creative, to engage your creativity in every single way that you possibly can. Every single day, you have to consciously make a decision. So I want you to do that, and I want you to think about what that is. This past weekend, I got to participate, or actually be a part of the audience of this artist talk at a local African gallery here. And this amazing Nigerian painter does beautiful work, beautiful work. But he had all of these amazing pearls of wisdom to share. He's a painter, professor, preacher, proud father, and husband. And all of that came to bear in his artwork and in his discussion. And so one of the things that he's talked about, that he said, that he mentioned, or he stated, one of the things that he stated in his talk was that you're either taking a step or you're stopping. And I thought, oh, this is great. This is so good, right? So his name is Balaji, Bolaji. And I thought that was really super profound, because if you have not been embracing who you are as a creative, and you've not been engaged in your art, you've stopped. You've been stopping yourself. You've been stopping your blessings. You've been stopping the divinity that you can, that you are supposed to have access to for your art. And when Balaji said you're either taking a step forward in progressing your art and yourself as a creative, or you're either stopping it, that rang very, very true for me. Because I know that when I am not singing and writing and expressing myself creatively, that I am not progressing, that I'm not fully embracing who I am, and I become cranky, I become dissatisfied with life, I become critical of myself and others. You just become an unhappy person because you're not feeding the creativity, that creative angel that is a part of you. And I'm not going to say it's inside, it is a part of you, right? You are, it's like if you ignore your arm, if you don't use your left arm, right? It atrophies. You can't pick up things that you should normally be able to pick up. You can't conjoin and call on all the parts of your body that you should be able to call on to, because one part of your body is not being fully utilized. And so that, to me, right, in making a decision to be creative every single day and ensuring that you are continuing to take a step forward, that you are not stopping, is centrally important in your journey of embracing who you are as a creative, as an artist. So that's number one for this week. Make a decision to be creative every single day. Cool. Number two, be your creative self. This is kind of related to the first point, right? Once you make a decision to be creative every single day of your life, you have to be your creative self. You and that person, your creativity has to show up in everything and all that you do in order for you to be authentically you as a creative. So this is if I could dress this way every single day, and did you hear what I just said? If I could, I can. There's nothing to stop me from dressing this way every day and wearing this makeup the way I wore it today. Nothing to stop me except but myself. I'm the only person that can stop myself. And so in life, you can do anything that you want to do. The only thing is, there may be consequences for the decisions that you make or you don't make. And you've got to be willing to live with those consequences. So can you live with the consequence of not being your full creative self? Now, again, remember what I just said in point 1. When you make a decision to be yourself, to be creative, you then now need to be your creative self every single day. You need to show up for yourself every single day. So, being your creative self, set the mood for yourself to come out and play with yourself. I'm not going to go to this whole thing about the inner child and all that. I think that's been talked about enough. I want to talk about today, right here, right now, all of who you are. There are things that have happened to you in your life. There are decisions, consequences, actions, whatever, things that have happened to you in your life. And we're going to embrace all of that because all of what has happened has made it possible for you to be who you are today. So we don't need to go back to the inner child because there is a full person that is here today. And you need to set the mood for that person so that that person, who you are today, can be fully creative in all the ways that he, she, them, they are